guys, it's Kim. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my September budget and showing you guys what categories I went over or under and all that good stuff. And then I will also be showing you guys my sinking fund results at the end. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure you stick to the end. And with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get my planner. Here we go. So this is what I am working with. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So because I don't disclose my work income, I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know what I made for my other income category. And that was $341.43. I had some cash back. I actually had another unemployment check randomly come through. Alright, so the fact that I made more than I budgeted is great. I know I usually do the plus or minus sign in this column, but I'm actually going to do something a little bit different. And I'm going to put the difference I made here, if there is any. So for other, because I made more, that was a difference of $241.43. Alright, for my sinking funds, I ended up spending the exact of $247.79. For repayment, I ended up only paying them $433. I ended up having a medical bill, and I'll go over that a little bit later, so I wasn't able to put as much money towards the repayment plan as I would have liked. Transportation, I didn't end up spending anything. And I know I'm kind of going back and forth. I'm going to go ahead and do this column at the end just because I feel like it takes longer than having to stop and put the difference and then doing that for each column. For groceries, I ended up spending $120. But I didn't spend anything in the eating out category. What I did is I knew I was going to be going over for my grocery category, and I hadn't spent anything for my eating out category, and so I decided just to put that money towards my grocery fund. So I ended up spending the full $120 on that. Eating out was $0. Household was $0. Clothes was $0. For spending, I actually spent $47.61. For entertainment, I spent $0. For little Lisa, I spent $0. The gym was closed, so that's $0. For debt, I ended up putting $655.36. For YouTube, I didn't end up putting anything. Same with Etsy. I didn't add those listings yet. Subscription is $9.99, and medical, my hospital bill or my ER bill from back in March when pretty sure I had COVID. I wasn't able to get tested just because it was so early on. They were only testing the minimum amount of people, and my doctor actually recommended me to go to the ER just because I do have lupus and it's getting really hard to breathe. But anyways, I got the bill back and it was $410.75. I'm not complaining at all about having to pay the bill. I've had quite a few visits last year to the ER, and it's something that I gotta do if my lupus is really acting up. But it's really crazy because when I went to the ER for this visit, I was in the car. They didn't have me get out just because they thought, good possibility I had COVID. They didn't even take my temperature, and heart monitor, or one of those devices that they put on your finger, and then they put one on my wrist to check my blood pressure, I believe. And that was pretty much it. Total time spent in the car was maybe about 30 minutes, and that was most of the time just waiting for the doctor to come back out. And so it kind of baffles me that they were able to charge me $410 for that. But you know what? I have the money to do it, so I'm just going to pay it off and get that over with so that way I can focus back on debt. So now that I actually went ahead and got my actual expenses, let me put the total, and that one was $1,924.50. And then I'm only gonna write if I went over or under. So if I budgeted exactly and my actual matches that, then I'm just not gonna leave it, just so it doesn't look so congested. Sinking funds was exactly the same. Repayment, I spent $100 less than budgeted. For transportation, I didn't end up paying any gas, so that's going to be $50. For groceries, I did go over by $20. But then for eating out, I didn't spend anything. For household and clothes, that was exactly the same for household and clothes. For spending, I was over by $47. And I just feel like that goes to show you, if you don't create a budget for a little portion, for at least an allowance or some sort of spending, you're gonna go crazy. Now, I didn't go too crazy. I tried out a new planner, and I got some books off of my Barnes & Noble Nook app. So it's not too bad, but still. Okay, so the next category that I spent was in debt, and I ended up putting more. So I know this is kind of a little tricky, but I am going to grab my calculator. So I spent $655.36. I budgeted $549.25. So that is a difference of $106.11 that I put towards debt. And I know technically I went over, but that's good because I want to put more money towards debt. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. YouTube, I didn't spend anything. For Etsy, I didn't end up putting anything towards that. Subscription was the same. And then of course for medical, I only budgeted $35. So I went over in that category by $375.75. So I feel like that looks definitely a lot less congested. But overall, I was able to work the money. I moved it around, so that's great. Let me go ahead and add this up because I forgot to do that when I filmed. Okay, so I originally planned 15, 45, 43. So technically, that's a difference of going over $379.07. But don't forget, I also have money going towards these categories, these savings down here. Sorry, I know you couldn't see. And so I just moved some money around from here into the categories as needed. All right, so now let's move on to my sinking funds. All right, so here's my sinking funds. So with giving, I didn't put anything aside, and I'm left with $10. With my gift fund, I ended up spending the whole $65.04. So I have $0 left. I did take $36.60 out of my sinking fund for my Christmas gifts, and so that left me with $663.40. For vacation, I didn't add anything, so that's left at $0. For car registration, I didn't take anything out, and so I am at oops, $212.03. For hair, I didn't see my hairstylist yet, so that is at $360. Taxes I don't disclose. And then for my emergency fund, this is where I add any interest for that bank account. And so I earned 5 cents, didn't take anything out. And so that leaves me with $1,015. All right, so now I'm just gonna go over the expenses that I purchased and used my sinking funds for. So the first thing I got was the beginning of September on the 3rd. That was for Christmas. That one was $36.60. And I'm just gonna put parents for this because we already know it's for Christmas. And I got some home decor. The next time I spent money from my sinking funds was on the 19th. That was for the gift fund. The first expense was $32.37. This is for my parents' anniversary. And I got a basket and gift card. A couple days later, I actually ordered some cards online, and it was $3 for 3 cards. And this was for multiple occasions. But I had some money left over in that sinking fund, so I just used that money towards it. So that's gonna be, I'm just gonna say their anniversary again and cards. Just because I don't have enough room for all of the occasions that I got the cards from. And the last expense was on the 22nd. That one was $29.67. Now I did spend more than that, but I just got a couple snacks for myself while I was there. I just put $29.67 towards their gift fund since that's all they had left, and then I used the remainder towards my spending category. So I'm gonna put parents' anniversary again, and snacks and movie. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do for them, and I was kind of running out of ideas, and so because of the movies not really being open, the restaurants just starting to open up, I got them a gift card. I made a little basket with some of their favorite snacks and candies and treats, and then a movie. Alright, so that is it for my September sinking funds. I hope you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for my updated debt snowball for September. I will be going over my remaining balances and then checking up some of my debt-free charts. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.